Explore values, team spirit, and life leadership. Register for Scrum Masters Elite_UK now.
What made me reflect deeply was the way he views his career. Someone who has reached the pinnacle, winning the 2015 World Cup and being named Player of the Year twice, could have easily chosen a safer path, going abroad, leveraging his fame to earn more, reducing the pressure of elite competition. Yet Barrett chose to stay. Not because he didn't see other opportunities, but because he understood clearly what mattered most to him at this moment. I realized that in life, the choice that brings the most material benefit is not always the right one. Some values cannot be measured in money, attachment, loyalty, the sense of belonging somewhere. When Barrett said that New Zealand rugby is where he and his family belong, I sensed a profound certainty, a kind of certainty not everyone can possess. This made me ask myself, have I truly understood where I belong? Or am I still chasing external standards, what society defines as success? Barrett's story serves as a reminder that everyone needs their own value system, and once established, steadfastness to it becomes the most important thing. Another aspect that made me think is how he faces time.
At 34, in elite sports, he is no longer young. But instead of worrying or feeling regret, Barrett speaks about the future calmly. He has a contract until 2027, goals, motivation, and, most importantly, the ability to contribute. His statement, "As long as I feel I can contribute, I am happy," made me realize a simple yet profound truth. A person's value does not lie in what they have achieved, but in what they can still offer to others. This is a very mature perspective. It transcends the self to focus on the collective. On contribution, I ask myself, in my work and life, have I truly asked, what can I contribute? Or am I just thinking, what will I get? The difference between these two mindsets can determine an entire journey. Another striking point in his story is motivation drawn from failure. The 2023 World Cup final, where the All Blacks narrowly lost, is not a pleasant memory. Yet instead of avoiding it, Barrett recalls it as a source of energy. He remembers how close they came to victory, and that alone drives him to continue.
Here I see a very clear lesson: failure is not the end, but part of the journey toward growth. What matters is not whether you fail, but what you do with it. Some let failure become a burden, others transform it into motivation. Barrett clearly belongs to the second group. This made me reflect on my own failures. How many times have I truly learned from them? Or have I just tried to forget or blame myself without turning them into motivation to move forward? Every failure contains an opportunity, if we are brave enough to face it and patient enough to extract the lesson. A deeply human aspect of Barrett's sharing is family. His decision to stay in New Zealand is not only for rugby but also because his son is about to start school. This shows that even as a famous athlete, he still places family at the center. I felt the balance between career and personal life, a balance many of us seek but few truly achieve. In a world where success is often measured by achievements and money, seeing someone at Barrett's level still prioritize family sends a powerful message. It made me think about how I organize my own life.
Am I sacrificing too many important things chasing short-term goals? Am I forgetting that, ultimately, close relationships are what endure the longest? Another thing that impressed me is the team spirit Barrett emphasizes. He speaks of his bond with teammates, the feeling after the 2023 World Cup, and being part of a shared journey. This shows that even as an outstanding individual, he does not place himself above the collective. In sports, as in life, sustainable success rarely comes from a single individual. It is the result of coordination, trust, and mutual sacrifice. Barrett understands this, and that understanding helps him maintain motivation. I think this is an important lesson for anyone. No matter how talented you are, you still need a team. Building and maintaining positive relationships within the team is an indispensable skill. Additionally, I was drawn to how he talks about physical training and maintaining performance. There is no complacency, no sense of I'm good enough.
On the contrary, it is a continuous commitment to self-improvement. This made me realize that excellence is not a fixed state but an ongoing process. You cannot rely on past success to guarantee the future. Every day is an opportunity to progress, but also a challenge not to fall behind. From this, I drew several clear lessons for myself. First, identify your core values and stay true to them, even when other options seem more attractive. Second, view failure as an inevitable part of the journey and use it as a source of motivation. Third, remember that success is not only what you achieve but also what you contribute. Fourth, balance career and personal life, because ultimately, relationships are what matter most. Fifth, maintain a spirit of learning and improvement, never settling for what you already have. The athletes we admire are not only talented, but they are also human beings with ordinary thoughts and struggles. They face difficult choices and wrestle with themselves.
This narrows the gap between idle and human, making them feel closer to us, and reminds us that qualities like perseverance, loyalty, and responsibility are things anyone can cultivate. In a world full of turbulence and competition, enduring values such as dedication, loyalty, teamwork, and family responsibility still matter. Success is not the ultimate destination, it is a continuous journey. And in that journey, the most important thing is not how fast you go, but how you go, what you preserve, and what you leave behind for others. I do not only see an athlete preparing for the final years of his career, but a person living clearly according to his values. And perhaps that is what is most admirable.
Thank you for being on this journey, live with value, dedication, and steadfastness like Barrett.